Hey guys, it's Lydia here, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a lower intensity full body workout. All you're going to need is a set of lightweight dumbbells, or if you don't have these you could use something around that weight like some water bottles or cans or whatever. So without further ado, let's dive into this workout. Okay, so for the warm-up you're going to start by just marching in place. This is just a great warm-up to get the whole body moving. Make sure to use your arms when you're doing this. Alrighty, so then we're going to just do a modified jumping jack. So just step each foot out like so. This is a great one that starts getting your shoulders, working your legs more. Remember, if ever this is too easy for you, you could always level up to a normal jumping jack, or you could slow it down a little more if it's getting a little too high intensity. Alrighty, so then we're just gonna go into a squat. Stand up, do a toe touch with your opposite hand to opposite foot. Squat down, other foot. And if you can't reach your foot, that's okay. Just reach as low as you can while keeping a flat back. Throughout both of these exercises, keep a nice flat back to get the most beneficial work. Two more. Last one. Remember, you can always slow down. Okay, so for this workout we're going to be having 3 circuits. We're going to start with legs, then go to arms, and then abs at the end. So let's start with legs. You're going to take your feet wider than hip distance apart. You're going to give me a squat. Remember, you're going to push your hips back, your chest up, back flat. Come up and give me a calf raise, lifting your heels off of the ground. So squat down, come up, calf raise up. This is a great substitute for like a classic jump squat, because it's still working your calves, just more modified. Last one, and up. Alrighty, so then we're going to go into a wider stance, and what we're going to do is just some speed skaters. So come down and just hold it, going side to side like this. This is a great one to just keep tension on your legs, and if this is a little too difficult, hold it down here for like a few seconds and then come up to standing and go back down. But I'd recommend trying to keep low as long as possible. And you kind of want the same form like you were in the squat, so your chest is up, back is flat, hips are back. Low. You're kind of like in a squat position, just straightening one leg at a time. Do 5 more seconds. And stand up. Alrighty, so then we're going to go into kind of, I call it a traveling squat. Now squat down, come up, squat down, come up. This is going to raise your heart rate a bit because you're traveling more. Kind of a good substitute for like a classic squat jack, and you're even moving more, so it's almost giving you more of a workout. And you can slow it down if you prefer. For the last leg move, we're just going to be doing some basic lunges on each leg. So lunge down, come up, switch legs. And I'm going to be doing reverse lunges just because I think they're a little bit easier. But if you wanted to, you could do forward lunges like this. Relax. Okay, so now let's move on to arms. Okay, so for this first move, it's really simple. You're going to bring your arms out to your sides with your hands flexed, and you're just going to make really tight circles with your arms. Now the reason I'm having my hands flexed is going to make it a little more challenging. So if this is getting way too hard, you can just point your fingers. And to make it a little bit more difficult, if this is a little too easy for you, you could add on holding those weights that we're going to use in a second, and that would make it a little bit harder. Do it for 5 more seconds. And relax down. Okay, so for this next one, you're going to grab your dumbbells, and all we're going to do is just raise the dumbbells up as high as you can in front of you and lower down. This is a very simple move, but it really does work your arms. And if you can only raise it to, parallel to the ground, that's okay. Or you can raise it a little higher. Keep your abs in tight. That will help you with your posture. So when you have good posture, then these moves are going to be a lot easier, and you're less likely to get an injury. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And lower down. Okay, so for this next one, you're going to crawl down to a plank position. And you're going to do a kind of toe touch, or if you can only reach your shin, that's fine. So touch your shin, come down to a plank again, touch your shin, come down to a plank, and then curl up and stand up again. And then go and repeat that all one more time. Touch your shin, crawl up, and stand. And just keep going. It's also a great one to stretch out your hamstrings. But if you need to, you can keep your legs more bent. And one more. You can come up to standing. Okay, so then for this last arm workout, you're going to need a wall. And then place your hands on the wall, and your feet can be as far away as you need them to be. The farther they are away from the wall, the harder it's going to be. And then all you're going to do is bring your forearms to the wall and push off. So you're not bringing your head to your wall or anything, just your forearms. And this is going to work the back of your arms, the triceps. And let's go. Getting really challenging. You can walk your feet in a bit closer. Last one, and come up. Alrighty, so now let's go down to the ground for some abs. Okay, so come down to the ground, and we're going to start with just a basic double crunch. So come onto your back with your knees bent, put your hands behind your head to protect your neck, and you're just going to bring your arms and your legs in, crunching, and bring them back down. And this whole time you want to keep your abs super tight, bringing your belly button towards your spine. So let's go. Really emphasize on using your abs. Don't just like use your arms or your neck. And to make this a better work more on your abs, try to not keep your chin to your chest. Try to lift your chin off your chest. It's going to use your abs more. Working your upper and your lower abs because we're using your legs and your arms. So last one, and lower down. Okay, so for this next one, have your legs up like this, and we're just going to be kicking your legs and kind of back and forth like this. And if you want to make it a little more challenging, slightly lower your legs and then come back up, and lower them down a little bit and come back up. This is a great one for your lower abs. And as you're doing this, you want to make sure to, again, keep your belly button, push it towards your spine, and keep your low back on the ground. Seconds. And lower down. Alright, so you're going to come up, and for a little more resistance, I'm grabbing one of those 3-pound dumbbells, but that is completely optional. You're going to come up like this and lean back, keeping your abs engaged. What we're going to do is just drop your hands to one side and to the other side to do some more modified Russian twists. And adding the weight is a great way to add a little more resistance, but it's not like super hard. And you might be feeling it in your hip flexors a lot. That might be because you're not using your abs properly. So you want to really make sure to suck your stomach in really tightly, and that's going to help if you're really feeling it kind of in your hip flexors below your abs. But it's okay if they're hurting a little bit, because you want to work those too. And relax down. Okay, so for this next one, the last move of this workout, we're going to do a hollow body hold. So all you're going to do is come into your back, lift your head up, abs engaged. You can put your hands behind your head to make it a little bit easier, and drop your legs as low as you can while keeping your low back on the ground. So you don't want to be like arching your back as you're doing this. You want to really keep it pressed into the ground and keep your abs engaged. And let's go. And if you need to, you can bend your legs. Breathe. 10 more seconds. And lower down. And you have completed this workout. Now let's just go down to the cool down. So we're going to start flip over, and we're just going to do some cat-cow. So that's where you're on your hands and knees. You're going to arch back as far as you can. You feel a really good stretch in your abs as well as your back. And then contract. We're going to do this 4 more times. plant your legs to go into a downward dog and just push your heels down, keeping a flat back. Feel a really good stretch in your hamstrings. And then bring one leg into a lunge. Bring that knee to the ground, and you're just going to hold it right here. Get a good hip stretch. Into a downward dog, and we're going to repeat the lunge on the other leg. And then come down, and then finally we're just going to stretch out our arms a little bit. So bring one arm up over your head and grab your elbow with your opposite hand and just try to stretch out your hamstring a bit. Or not your hamstring, your tricep. And then switch your arm. This last one, we're going to go into kind of a downward dog position, but for this downward dog, keep your hips up, and that will stretch out your shoulders a bit more. So push your chest to the ground. Have a good shoulder stretch as well as a slight back stretch. And that is it for today's workout. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Give it a big thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel where I post workouts every single Saturday. And tell me in the comments below if you would like more beginner workouts like this. And I will see you next Saturday, guys. Bye.